I'm intending on making this the last video I make concerning Anita Sarkeesian. After being bombarded with messages about this latest so-called development, I'll just say this once and for all and move on. So apparently, a video has surfaced with Anita saying this.
I'm doing video games, so it's not exactly a fandom. I'm not a fan of video games. And also, video games, like, I would love to play video games, but I don't want to go around shooting people and ripping off their heads, and it's just gross, so...
The quote supposedly comes from a 2010 college lecture she gave. Now, I was pointed in the direction of the original video, and I watched the whole thing in context. The video has a lot of jump cuts, so I'm hoping that does not mean it's been edited down before I could see it. But what hasn't been shown so far is a little more revealing than what has been shown. So the lecture seems to be about vidding, which is the old name of remixing. Now, the funny thing is that Anita's entire speech is basically what Wikipedia says verbatim. In fact, most of Anita's facts in this video are first paragraph information from Wikipedia.
And again, it was started in 1975 by women, and they were literally like cutting up slides and putting them together. After the initial part of doing it with slides, it moved to VCRs. And back then, VCRs were expensive, so they would get collectives together, and they would literally go tape to tape making videos, which I don't know if you have ever actually experienced the VCR, but to record, or like mixtapes even, you would have to be right on time. It's when you pair two straight characters and make them queer. And the name originated because they used to do, and they still make, there's like literally thousands of Kirk and Spock videos from the original Star Trek. And the name came from Kirk/Spock, and that's why they're called Slash.
But I think the most telling is what she has to say about her own remix.
I didn't actually know Flight of the Conchords until I saw the original video, and so I was really excited and thought this was really cool, and then I saw the video with them being serious, and I was like, wow, that's really offensive.
She actually thinks Flight of the Conchords is being serious. Flight of the Conchords.
I meant it was nice to meet you the time that I met you.
They're a comedy act. Even a basic Wikipedia search will show you that. But more importantly, it shows you how she looks at research and how it's supposed to work in her mind. You start with your conclusion, and then you shoehorn in anything you can to support your conclusion, up to and including altering the meanings of things to support that conclusion.
You're transforming the song, and you're changing the meaning of it.
And some of you will say that that was unfair of me because I cherry-picked that quote and took it out of context. And you'd be right. But this is what she's been doing to video games. When other media outlets do this to gaming, we scream and yell, but we're giving Anita a free pass? Why? Now, on the surface, why should we care? She's entitled to her opinions. If she can get 6,000 plus people to pay her to hear them, all power to her. The problem is that in placating her tempest in a teapot, it's doing nothing to solve the issues that we already know about. She's also taking resources off the front lines, dealing with larger, more immediate problems to deal with her. And I have to ask, for what?
See you around, Ahab.
And he piled upon the whale's white hump the sum of all the rage and hate felt by his whole race. If his chest had been a cannon, he would have shot his heart upon it.
I'll leave it at that.